Hey, how you guys doing? This is your boy Judah J. Judah J Talks. Um, yeah, I've been making a little bit more, effort to make some more videos. Um, it just seems like there's so much going on in the world. And how you guys doing? Number the first, I seen somebody came into the live stream. If you're in the live stream, push something. Oh, okay. What's going on? Good afternoon, PRD. What's going on, PRD? So when you come in, make sure you push that like button, PRD. Push the like button. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and like. This is just so that we can have the YouTube could be. Thank you. YouTube could be notified so that the algorithm or whatever it is will lead people to the channel, to the live stream. Okay. So once again, PRD, we're going to talk about what happens if Trump is reelected. This is an interesting topic that I've been thinking about for a while. A lot of Israelites they say that if Trump is elected, let him be elected because the Democrats haven't done anything for quote unquote African Americans anyway, and they've just basically used them as a means to get reelected in office. African Americans just we vote as a voting bloc, we vote together, and so whatever party we are aligned to will get the bulk of our votes. And Democrats have been promising, you know, things to African Americans, since for like the past 50 years, but they haven't come through with anything that you can see as long standing, something of value, something that will benefit us or prop us up as a community, to help sustain our community, to push forward our community economically, socially. Um, it's been horrible being a part of society that you're told to vote because voting is what how you put the get your voice heard. The leader that you vote for, he carries your ideals and your thoughts and your beliefs, or they align close to those ideals, thoughts, and beliefs. And so you know if you vote for somebody and they never come through on any of the promises, or they never even make any promises to you, and it just turns into a pandering session that lasts for 50 years, 60 years, then why vote for them? So, hey, how you doing? Fernando Jameson, you say, how you doing for one, you know, how you doing? And I'm trying to read it says, I say Trump will be reelected. The prophecy will be fulfilled. Well, hey, tell me about the prophecy you're talking about being fulfilled. What prophecy will be fulfilled? Because I haven't heard. If you can clarify that, Fernando, that would be tight. But as far as my idea, my outlook on politics and Trump and all this stuff, I don't vote in the first place because voting does not get you anywhere. You don't select your leaders anyway. I believe that the satanic elite, which is ran by which is the pretty much the leaders of the governments. You have the Roman Empire, the revised Roman Empire, which a lot of people know is the revived of Rome over there, led by the Pope. And then, of course, you have the secret societies, the Illuminati, which is just, that's probably not even a real name for them, but it's a name that they give to us. And then you have the Freemasons, and then you have all of these Jesuit orders, and then also you have the fake Jews over in Israel, which are a part of the Roman Empire. They're all Idumeans. These people they hide in secret. They switch their names around to make you believe they're one thing, but they're not. So you have the Jews and the fake Jews in Israel, which are part of this whole order, this order for this one world network order. And then you also have, You have the other governments of the world which are not of European descent. Of course, the Romans are of the sons of Japheth. I'm saying a whole lot of stuff from the Bible, but the sons are the Romans are from the sons of Japheth. That is their bloodline, and the sons of Japheth were mixed with the seed of the fallen angels. So you have some of the sons of Japheth, which was Edom. So you have Edom, which is characterized by not all people that you will quantify or characterize as white are Edom, but you have the people that are in power now, the people that call themselves Jews, which are not Jews. Go to Revelations 2:9 or Revelations 3:9. You see the people they claim they say they're Jews, but they're the synagogue of Satan. And so, but you have these leaders in authority. When the Bible says that when the wicked rules, then everyone else shall weep. These people are in authority, and they basically choose the leaders that we have, and they put this idea out there of democracy, as to the people have the right to choose their government, choose their leaders, choose the direction in which society goes by the people that they elect. That's not true at all. That is a lie. It's a farce. It's always been a lie. This is basically a dictatorship. It's there's another word for that. People that are more astute when it comes to government and all that. You guys probably know that. What's that word where you just basically have no? I'm looking at the comment section. You have no rights as a human, as a citizen of a certain place. But the people that are in power, they make up all the rules. I mean, that's just pretty much a dictatorship, where you just have no say, but you're lied to, and they make you feel like there's democracy, like you have a choice. There's no choice. We basically go to the polls, and they want there to be an appearance of a choice. So there's an appearance of you being able to vote someone in, and once they have the numbers are all fabricated, all the voting machines are all rigged. It's all fake. But see, the thing is, when you say things like this, people think it's conspiracy theory, and so you're basically speaking to those that are in the know, that understand. There is this card game. Anybody ever heard of this card game? It's sort of this Illuminati card game, which was made in 1995. How it's like accurately predicted so many of the things that have already occurred in the world. If you've heard of that card game or seen that card game, push one. Of course, that's a witchcraft game. There's people that are in the higher ups that they write the story of the world pretty much. Yeah, you see Yvonne, how you doing? They write the story of how the government stuff's going to play out in the government. You have the protocols of Zion. You have the anybody ever heard of protocols of Zion? If you have, you heard of the 3 world wars, where they've already predicted the world wars, how they would happen, the players in the world wars, how each war would start, how they would end, leading to people being so distraught and so upset with the way government is, and just not trusting government and trusting their leaders, or that they would turn to Satanism and Luciferianism. That's like their goal at the end, that's why in the world, like, we're going to talk about Trump, don't worry. But in the world, that's why you have so many people that are just like, they don't know which way to turn. They don't believe anything now. They don't believe in government. They don't believe in any of the ideas that a lot of these leaders that come out that we quote support, proposedly vote for. They don't believe in anything that they say anymore. Even staunch, lifelong Republicans, lifelong Democrats, people that were into the process for all their lives. Their whole family was in the process. They don't believe in this stuff anymore. And it's because they've learned that these people are liars. Nothing changes. One party gets in the office, they say they're going to do a certain thing, but then it seems like they completely do exactly the opposite of what they say they're going to do. And then both of the parties, they'll come when the election time comes, you'll have one party saying we have to do this, and this to get this party out because they're destroying the country. But then that party will get elected and come in and do exactly what the other party was doing, or there'll be not much difference from what the other party was doing. It's just like a big joke. It's a game. And until the people in this world understand that this whole thing is a game, it's all a lie. It's all, it's all a lie. And I'm not the most astute man in the world at all, and don't claim to be. But even I know things like this. It doesn't. That's what makes me feel this way. It's like you can see the truth so plain in front of you, but why is it that the ones that are not that astute, not that quote unquote smart intellectual, why do we get it? And the ones that are supposedly so smart and intellectual and all, why don't they get it? I mean, think about some of the processes that people, even that are now all that learned, or I'm not saying that people that are not in the the quote unquote Harvard, Yale, Princeton. I'm not saying people that don't go to those schools don't know things. I'm just saying, as far as like the perception of how intellectual people are just supposed to know better. They're supposed to be just wiser. Why does it seem like their wisdom is just like veiled? Like when we say things, people like us, just the normal people, we come out here and we talk about how we see the world, and how it seems like government is never works for the people. It seems like that we can come up with ideas to help our society and help where we live and help. We come up, this normal people come up with these ideas, but they can't come up with them. They can't see how a lot of the laws that they institute are destroying people's lifestyles, destroying people's families, destroying generations, destroying the earth. They can't see it, but we can see it. Why is that? Agenda. You can't be that smart, that intellectual, and not understand just the chaos that's happening around us. You cannot do that. It doesn't make any sense. It's not common sense. And so now, people like us, we understand when we look out there in the world and we look on the news and we look, everything just it's this world is absolutely out of its mind. It's absolutely off track. It makes no sense. Nothing in this world a lot of the time makes any sense, but we still give these guys, these people, all these figureheads, these newscasters, these quote unquote leaders, we give these people the time of day. We listen to them. We actually think about what they say as being something that's worth anything. They should be all carted away and locked up. All of them. These people that are that get elected to these governments, they are part of these secret societies. You cannot have a position. Now, anyone can agree with this. Push one. You cannot have one of these highfalutin positions where you are ruling over a large group of people without being tied into these secret societies, because you are a danger. Think about us. We're on YouTube and we make these little videos to a handful of people, and it's not a lot of people. Even if you have 1,000 people, or maybe a couple hundred people, or 100 or less than that, that come to your live stream or watch your videos, that has nothing to do with it cannot compare to the influence that these people that are in elected office have to influence people's minds. They can get on TV and say one thing, and it can be pushed all over the television, on every news channel, on every channel, if they desire that, and then that can influence the minds of so many people. You understand? These people, they have so much influence, so much power. And us, we don't have much influence and much power at all. But we are seen as the villains and fake news. And these people, they have the bully pulpit. They're the ones that create the narratives. They're the ones that can stop, can change and sway public appeal. What is that? Public perception. They sway it. They sway it by their lies. But we, as the small guy, we trust them still. It makes absolutely no sense why we would trust people that are only out to benefit for themselves and only out to do a job that is sinister, that is nefarious, that is completely. There's no words to describe the intent these people have for us, and how heinous it is, and how just demonic it is. They want to destroy, they want to destroy as many people on this earth as possible, so that they can live their utopian existence, live in some utopia, live in some a paradise where there's just them, or they want to make us a class of slaves where it's just nothing. We're already slaves. People are already slaves in this world because you don't know you're a slave. The children of Israel, my people, the Israelites. What do you think? We were put in slavery. We were put in slavery in a place that our forefathers did not know. But because there's an illusion of freedom, there's an illusion of we have a house, we have a job, we can go and do some things, we can purchase things, we can do this, we can do that. There's an illusion that we're not slaves, but we're slaves, just not on the plantation. They know that too. They know that they have control. They have a certain amount of control over people because we don't know that they have this control. And then when the people that find out that we're not as free as they say we are, they try to shut you up. When you're on YouTube, they try to suppress your channel. They try to make it so people won't find your channel. They try to make it so no one hears. They'll put not suitable. This is a new thing that they do on YouTube. And then I promise, you know me, guys. If you come here, I go off on a tangent. I'm sorry, but listen. When you're on YouTube and you're a creator, and they don't want your channel to grow. They see that you might have a following. They see that people might, like your content or whatever the deal is. They put immediately, once you upload your video, you could have no curse words, no violence. You could have nothing that is in any ways offensive at all, right? Right when you upload your video, they'll put not suitable for viewers. Now, once they do that, the next thing you have to do is you have to go into where it says monetization, and you have to click that you want to review for your videos. Now, once you do that whole process right there, you've clicked that you want to review for your videos. Guess what happens? It stops your video from being as visible as it would be if it did not have that, if you did not have to go through that process. So just the fact that they put not suitable on your video, and then you have to go through that process, even though they say your video is still going to be monetized, monetization, that's not what it's about. To get to when you're monetized, your video is able to be seen by more people. That's the thing that I care about. I want my videos to be seen, to be the people that get the word of the Most High. I want targeted individuals to know that they have help and they have strength in the Most High to go through their targeting and come out on the other side victorious in Christ Yahushua HaMashiach, which you call Jesus. A lot of you call Jesus. I want my message to get out there. But when they know there's a message, since I know and I believe that YT, if you know what I'm talking about, is governed by the fallen one. And the people that are running YT are just those that are propped up and they have an agenda to shut up those that do trust in the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Some of you guys will call the Savior Jesus. I call him Yahushua HaMashiach. All right, but they have an agenda, and it's rooted in belief in the fallen one. And that makes no sense. I know it doesn't. It's like, how are you going to stretch that far, Judah? How are you going to say these people, just because the videos aren't being shown, that they believe in the fallen one? You'll see. And even if you do know, and it's just maybe you do know and you just don't like to think about it, it's all connected. Everything is connected. Everything in your world that you see right now is connected. The reason why things make no sense. The world makes no sense. It seems like our leaders make decisions that make no sense. People voted in the office that makes no sense. Things occurring all around us, weather patterns that make no sense. Nothing makes sense. It's all on purpose. Everything is supposed to happen as it is. Now, I believe that the Most High does the weather. Now, I know that the wicked ones and the Satanists and the whatever, they have their weather machines or whatever, but the Most High, he is the one that's in control of everything. So even if they did use some sort of weather machine to alter the weather, the Most High, Yah, allowed it. He's the one that's in control, and that's what we need to understand. The Most High is in control of everything. He allows them to do the things they do, and he allows them not to do things that they want to do. You understand what I'm saying? The Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is in control of it all. But here's the thing. Here's the thing when it comes to, you have these people. Let's go back to Trump. You have these people They say that Trump is so bad. Trump is so horrible. Trump is nothing but judgment to this country. That's what Trump stands for. And when I say this, people of European descent, we always have, you know what? We always have to have a preference that we have. We start off with a preference. When we're talking about somebody from another, let's say you say race. I don't care about that. I don't say race, but let's just say race. You talk about somebody from another race, you got to preface it with some sort of message at the beginning to make sure that people don't get offended. Everyone knows, if you know me, if you know Judah J, you know that my fear is in the Most High Yah. Okay, so if I go on here and I start talking evil about other people because of their race and background, don't you know that I care more about what he will do to me than what any man on earth or woman could ever do to me? That's all I care about. I care about serving the Most High Yah, and I make a lot of mistakes, but one mistake I don't make is hating other people. I believe that everyone can be saved and have a right to the kingdom of Yah and his son and be in the kingdom of Yahushua HaMashiach if they obey his commandments, repent of their sins, and do it daily and trust in him. And the Gentiles, which are not of the Israelites, they have to recognize that the Negro are the Israelites that were scattered to the four corners of the earth. You have to understand your whole theology on the Bible was completely wrong. Your whole rapture theories and your whole Israelites, the African Americans are from the seed of Ham, and we are cursed seed of Ham. That's the reason why we were slaves, and that's the reason why we go through the things we go through. You have no idea what you're talking about. You need to go back and learn from an Israelite. You need to learn. You need to go back and read that Old Testament that they tell you in the church not to read, because they don't want you to read and understand the truth. They don't want you to read the fullness of the Bible, of the Most High's word. They don't want you to understand it. They want you to be locked in this paradigm, in this whole matrix where it's white supremacy and that's it, where every other race means nothing, when every other people mean nothing. Your people are on top. Your people are the ace coon boom. Your people, if everything lives and dies by the edict and the dictates of your people, it's a setup. You're being set up by Satan. You're being set up by Satan to believe a lie. The Gentiles in this world, the only reason why you have the opportunity to be saved and have salvation is because my people, the Israelites, fell. Because we fell into our sin. We sinned before the Most High Yah. So we got kicked out of our land. And because we got kicked out of our land, you got the opportunity to be engrafted onto the branch. Now you are taking authority like you have replaced the children of Israel, of Yasharal. Like you are the new chosen people. Like the chosen people have been done away with. We have not been done away with. We're right here. That's why he's never allowed for us to be destroyed. Because we are the chosen people. We are his people. He is our power. The power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is his name. In the name of the son, Yahushua HaMashiach, that is his name. But now Israelites had to understand that Gentiles can be saved as well. And I know they've done a lot to us, and they've shown hate for us and disgust for us, and they've done evil to us. But it doesn't matter. And we were talking about Trump, huh? You see how I get off, right? But I'll get back on. But you have to understand, Gentiles, that we are the original branch. And unless you decide to acknowledge that and treat his children with respect and dignity and love, and stop believing the lie that these fakes over there in Israel are Jews when they're not. They're Khazars, who knows what they are, mixed blood, whatever they are. They've assumed the identity of the true chosen people of Yasharal. You do evil like that, you can only do it for so long. Just like evil and any evil that any man, woman, and child does in this world. You do it for so long and then you get bit. I know that I've done evil for a long time in my life in the past, and I've done everybody does evil. You know what I'm saying? Evil is just breaking the commandments. That's what evil is. It doesn't have to be some great, huge evil what we would quantify as super evil. It's just breaking the commandments. I've broken the commandments in my life and had issues, and then all of a sudden got bitten by the Most High Yah and been chastised. Because of his mercy, he allowed me to live. Because of his mercy, he sustained me. But see, the thing is, you pay for this. You pay for sin. You pay for doing evil to people. You pay for doing wrong to people. If anybody gets a chance, go watch the video that I just made. Little short video on, it's the new Black Man Code. And I hope you guys check that out. If anybody's checked out the new Black Man Code, push one of my videos. I made 2 of them. Just, really small video. I'm learning how to use this software. I mean, it's not that difficult, but It's basically tell it what I'm trying to teach people, teach the Israelites is this. There is a different way to handle your problems. There's a different way to see this world and how this world and how we fit into this world and what our next step of a course of action should be. Our course of action should not be, now listen close to me, Israelites. The course of action shouldn't be, okay, we need to show the enemy, the white people. Let's just be honest. Show or just the world. We need to show the world the injustices that we are going through. Look at what these white people are doing to us. Look at what look how the world looks at us and views us and talks about us and treats us like trash. Do you guys see what these guys are doing to us? Do you see how they're murdering us, our people in the streets? Do you see how they're keeping us from sharing in the American dream and being able to grab that brass ring that everyone else has? Even though they say we have these opportunities, they say we have these rights, look at how they suppress us. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're not supposed to care at all about those things. What we are supposed to do is to depart from sin. That's what I'm trying to teach our people through these videos. That's my message. Depart from sin. Yeah, I'm laying on my mattress right now because I have to. I'm washing my sheet, and so that's why you probably see that mattress. Yeah, whatever. This is real life. Anyways, we have to depart from sin. Once we, as Israelites, since we have a covenant, the only people on this earth that have a covenant with the Most High Yah, the only people that signed made a covenant with the Most High Yah. Once we depart from our sin, return to Him, start to pray, this will turn into sort of like a comic book, because the way that change will happen will be seemingly overnight. You'll start to see possibly evidence in nature. You'll start to see there being more earthquakes. You'll start to see there being more, just like you're seeing now. Don't you notice why he said in the last days there'll be wars, rumors of wars, pestilences, there'll be earthquakes in diverse places, there'll be things will be out of balance seemingly, but they're perfect balance, because the Most High Yah's people Most High Yah said that when His people begin to come back to Him, then the end shall come. His Son is just waiting for His people to wake up, and as His people, the children of Yasharal, the Negro, which are spread to the four corners of the earth, that made a lot of us don't know who we are. As we're waking up, we're turning to the law, statutes, believing and trusting in and obeying the law, statutes, and commandments. As we are understanding that we are in bondage, as in the land of our enemies, and that we have to ask for forgiveness and do it daily and turn away from all of these fake, false religions, all this Christianity, all this Islam, all of this Buddhism, all of these false New Age beliefs, as we have to turn away from all of the homosexuality and all of the LGBT, whatever, all that stuff, turn away from all that stuff and repent from all that trash, repent from all of that demonic evil that's in this world that has been promoted by our enemies to keep us sinning. Because our enemies know that as we sin, that we will be continued to stay in bondage as a people, and that the Most High Yah will not come send His Son Yahushua Mashiach until His people begin to wake up and they turn from their sin and acknowledge Him as being their power. Once His people return back to Him. Now, I don't know how many of us have to do it. I'm not telling you all of us have to do it, because not all of us are going to make it. They say 2/3 won't even make it, and even less than that, maybe even a tenth. Once we go through the wilderness, once Christ returns and because we're not going right back to the land, He's going to bring us to the wilderness first, and He's going to plead with His own people, and He's going to see who's going to be His. Those people that are not, those Israelites, those strangers that cling to Jacob in the wilderness, that will not obey the law, statutes, and commandments, will not obey Him. They will not make it into Jerusalem, into Israel in the first place. So there's going to be such a low number of people that enter into the kingdom anyway. So you have to understand. Let's go back. Okay, let's go back to once again. I get off on it, but listen, Trump is Let's talk about Trump. First of all, let me say hi to Fernando Jameson, Tom. Um, I'll just say T32. Of course, PRD, Music Time. Okay, Treya, a child of the Most High. And then I switched up. Let me see. People's up in here, and Hadassah, Hadassah, yeah. First, Hadassah, yeah. Okay. So Trump, here's my idea on Trump. It says, I'm just going to read you a document here. It says that, what does it say? Okay. It says President Donald Trump's policies are delivering record-breaking economic results for African Americans. Can you believe something like that? Can you believe that? I don't believe it, but here we go. It says we're fighting to give every American all over the country, every single American, a future of dignity and purpose and of pride. It says that's a quote from Donald Trump. Isn't that funny? Yeah. Record-breaking results. Under President Donald J. Trump, economic opportunity is soaring and unemployment is dropping for African Americans. Let's just keep reading. This year, African American unemployment fell to a record low of 5.9%. Total African American employment has increased by 976,000 since President Trump's election and stands at a record high. And lastly, the poverty rate for African Americans reached its lowest level on record in 2017. So, of course, I have no affiliation to any party. I do not vote. I know that it's satanic. I know that your vote means nothing. So let's just cancel me out of that process altogether. But another thing I know is that Trump hasn't done anything to lower any African American poverty or African American homelessness or to create any jobs for us. Because you can still, just like when Obama or any other president was in office, you can go down there to get a job, and if they see your skin, and if they see your hear your voice on the phone, or if they look at your hair, they're going to judge you completely differently than they're going to judge another race of people on this earth. They're going to judge your intellect. They're going to judge you without having to see you in action or showing your abilities. It doesn't matter. They're going to judge you, and that's just the way the world is. And not everyone's going to do it. There are opportunities. Just like it wouldn't be fair to say that everyone is of Satan's seed. It wouldn't be fair to say that everyone is racist. That's just not fair. So let's just not be foolish here on this channel. Let's just not come from that mindset of thinking that it's one size fits all for everyone. And just because you bring out the truth that you're talking about everybody. No, we're not talking about everybody. That's the last time I'm ever going to say that on this channel. Grow up. Because if that's the way you feel, grow up. And I'm not mad at anybody in here. It's just something that I've noticed. Anybody that speaks the truth or speaks something that they believe is the truth, they have to apologize for speaking the truth. We're judged by with the words that we say, correct? People judge us by our words. So stand strong in that stuff. Don't fall off. Don't be weak. So anyways, what I'm just going to say is that Mr. Trump, the president, he hasn't done nothing for anyone. And he means nothing but judgment for the world. He's a judgment for America. The white people on this earth, they knew that their numbers, they were not going to be the majority by 2050. This happened years ago, right? But see, that's still in the matrix. Because who knew they weren't going to be the majority by 2050? And if they knew they weren't going to be the majority by 2050, why does it even matter in the matrix? Because if those in the matrix, those that run the matrix, are the ones that are in control of setting policy and creating the Hegelian dialect, where they create problems and then come back and fix them themselves. Why does it matter if these quote unquote righteous people, these white people that are the quote unquote majority, which they're not the majority. That's just another lie. Why does it matter if they lose their numbers or not? Because if you are in the position of power and you can create laws and you can dictate the flow of and the flow of society, the flow of everything, then why does it matter if your people decrease in number anyway? As long as you have those people in the power structure, in the power seats that are able to continue to create laws, to continue to put people in office, even though they're not voted into the office. Why does it matter how many people you got? Because you're not the majority. That's a lie. That's a lie to make it seem justifiable, the people that you put in office. The people that you put in office, you say, or it's a lie, once again, to promote this whole idea that the majority carries this certain view of a certain thing, even though the majority does not believe. You would say the majority wouldn't even vote for a Republican, even though a lot of them white people in the back alleys and in the backwoods, and I'll say Gentiles. No, but for this case, I'll say white people. For white people, they will vote for, a lot of them, they vote for their interest. And that's one of the things about white people that you got to respect. They vote for their interest. So their interest is to put someone in office. Now, if they're a racist person, the same thing goes. They're voting for their interest. If they feel like there's a whole bunch of people from other countries coming into this country, or if there's black people that they don't like for whatever reason, and we're not talking about the validity of the thing, but when you think about it, if they don't agree with these people, they don't agree with them getting the same rights that they're getting. They think they're better than you. They think that you're nothing. You're a slave. You're nothing. You're beneath them. Then they're going to vote for somebody that's going to share those views, or that's going to be able to get in there and actually put laws in place, which is going to support and prop up their views and make their views come to light. That's what someone does when they're working for their own interest. And that's what white people do. Not all white people are voting for Republicans. Once I said I wouldn't do that. But not everyone is voting for a Republican. Not everyone's voting for a Democrat. Not everyone's voting. But what I'm saying is this. When you have people that have power, the white people, the people that are white, that are in control of this world, they said, okay, we know that our people on the ground that look like us, other white people that look like us, they know that there's a lot of immigration getting put into this country. And we created the laws that allowed a lot of the immigration to happen. Of course, this is a country full of immigrants, and that's just the premise of this country is come one, come all, and all that crap. Now, I'm pretty sure they don't believe in that now. Those back of the wood white people that are down in the South, or not just down south, just all across the country, that see this as their country. When you say America, American, they see this as they're the Americans, and everyone else is just in there, just experiencing their country, just here. They're the intellect. They're the ones that created every good thing that's in this country. Every good thing this country ever amounted to and ever established, and all the systems every system that was created in this country that had any benefit, that had anything good to help the people, they feel like they're the ones that created it. They're the one. If it wasn't for their intellect and their knowledge and their intuition and their creativity, that we wouldn't have anything. There are those people that voted for Trump, and a lot of them feel that way, but they don't tell you. They're wise. A lot of those people are wise as serpents. They won't tell you what they feel. How they're going to vote. They won't tell you what side they're leaning to, and it's their prerogative not to. That's not what I'm getting on. But the thing is, they'll come out. A lot of them will come out and say they're going to vote one way, then they won't vote that way because they're passive aggressive naturally, and they don't like people knowing. They don't like to feel challenged. They don't like people they don't like to have their viewpoints challenged. They don't want to be in a position that makes them feel uncomfortable. They need to save face at every turn. It seems like white people need to save face. There needs to be a certain amount of this is who we are, and that's just the way it is, and let's not even talk about it. And we have the right for you not to talk about it. And we have the authority to make it so you don't talk about it. While we're able to veer and peer into your life and dissect you and break you down and create the narrative of your life and create what you think about to validate if what you think about has validity, is right. Or that's what these people that created, that voted for Trump, that's their mindset. Now, not all white people are like that. Some of them voted for Democrats, which now we have another beast, which these people are liberal, very liberal. And they believe in, basically we should be able to live the way we want to. They believe in abortion and homosexuality is okay. And we just need to be left alone by, as far as social engineering. They need to leave us alone and let us be who we are, and they shouldn't have any say on who we marry and just who we love and all this crap. Now, these are the other white people. And so basically you have two spirits, two people, the same people with a spirit which is not of the Most High. Not saying all white people, because once again, not all white people vote. Not all white people believe in these principles that go against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. But what I'm saying is you have these two voting blocks, which are supposedly the majority, make up the majority of the country. And they say majority to make you believe this is the majority of the country. Majority of the country don't even feel this way. You got some people that are Republican that don't believe that, but they don't believe in the social viewpoints of most Republicans. They don't believe it's right to treat African Americans and other people you say as minorities as trash, or to deny them of the same liberties that their people receive. They don't believe that it's right to do that or to create laws that would promote that. But then that's not the mindset, that's not the viewpoint that you see on television stations, news stations, and channels of how these people think. You get another jaded, twisted viewpoint on how Republicans feel as a voting bloc, as a whole. These people don't feel that way. But this is the narrative that your satanic elite, your fake false Jews created, because they own all of the networks and television stations. They control the media, mass media. So this is the public viewpoint that they have. Edom has of Jacob. This is the viewpoint that Edom has of the true Israelites from the Bible, the ancient people, the true people, my people that are scattered to the four corners of the earth. So then they make us look like we're just nothing but trash, beneath, below, intellectually unable, unqualified to do anything worth any value, that's noteworthy, that has any sort of prowess. These are the people that do this to us, and not just us, but the whole world. Because these people have made a pact with the fallen one. They are his father. The fallen one is their father. And right now they're in control of this entire world through their ability to persuade us, through their ability to create the narrative on pretty much every social picture you have, economic picture you have, every sort of spiritual picture, as far as religion goes. They shape the narrative on everything. If you guys are still there, push one. Push one. So anyways, we're going to go to what happens if Donald Trump is reelected. No, actually, Israelites. So you've heard that President Trump has, I'm not calling him no dang president. I can't believe I said that mess. Trump. He's done a lot supposedly for African Americans. So this is another way in which they said Mr. Trump has helped the African Americans, the Israelites. He's investing in distressed communities. President Donald J. Trump's Opportunity Zone incentives are promoting investment in left behind, economically distressed communities. Number one, Trump's historic tax cut legislation included new Opportunity Zone incentives to promote investment in economically distressed communities across the country. So you say your historic tax legislation that gave tax cuts to so many of the rich. So many of these rich, the rich just got richer, and that's what always happens under a Republican administration. But of course, you have these white people that are in these, even white people that are come from low economic backgrounds. You're going to actually vote for a party that goes against your interest. There's not as many white people that are well-to-do than there are of those that are not. So why in the world would you vote for somebody just based off of that? That does not promote you, does not support your upward well-being. It doesn't. It doesn't. They don't. He doesn't. They don't support you. So why vote for them? Which means that we have an issue that goes well beyond what somebody's well-being is. It's not about what. It doesn't. Well-being doesn't matter nowadays. I know if there was some people that were trying to take money away from my people, take opportunity from my people that was in office. Why would I vote for them? Even if they look like me. Let's say there was a black guy that came out, and he's a black guy, and regardless of the party, and he's talking about how he's going to stop black people from being able to get loans, even though we're not able to get loans for businesses anyway. We're not able to get loans for nothing. You know what I'm saying? If they loaned us a coupon for McDonald's, they probably try to take it back. But anyways, if I was a black dude in the office and he was talking about doing all these great things for our people, or bad things to our people, you think I'd vote for him just because he's black? Nah, that means there's something going on that's beyond what we know. So also, Mr. Trump, you have, it says nearly 35 American, what does he say? He says the opportunity zones offer tax incentives for businesses to invest in economically distressed communities, making them a powerful vehicle for economic growth and job creation. There's been no job creation in the black community. I don't know what numbers you're talking about. You can say any kind of numbers you want. That's just, they're nothing but lies, and we're not filling it out here in the actual community. People don't have jobs in the black community like the way you say. We don't have the jobs you're talking about, friend. We don't have the jobs you're talking about. Through these tax incentives, we will jumpstart our American communities, create momentum for economic recovery, and attract investment to diverse areas across the nation. You're not investing anything across nowhere. You're not jumpstarting any communities. You're not creating any momentum for nothing. Not for my people. No, you're not even creating them for your own people. But your people still vote for you, which makes no sense. Promoting minority-owned businesses. Through job training, tax reform, and deregulation, Donald J. Trump, his administration are creating a better environment for minority-owned businesses. What minority-owned businesses can't even get a loan to get a business? What are you talking about? You make no sense. Stop being stupid. President Trump is empowering minority business owners by eliminating a historic amount of unnecessary and burdensome regulations that too often hinder their growth. Once again, what growth? There's no business. There's no loan for no business. You go into an African-American community, what do you see? You see nothing but other nations. You see Indian stores. You see Asian stores. You see Arab stores having businesses in the African American community. So what, friend? What African American business minority owned? Oh, you said minority owned, huh? This is so guys. Once again, when they say minority, they want you to feel like they're talking about blacks whenever they say something like this. So when they say he's empowering minority businesses, immediately they want your mind to go towards he's helping black people. No, there are other minorities in the quote unquote minorities in this country as well. They're the ones being helped, not the African American, never the African American. Trust me. So I'm talking to my people. Now, once again, I could care less if Donald J. Trump is elected again at all, because either it's him or it's another one of their people. They're all elected and they all work for the same goal. Their same goal is to make this antichrist society, put in and create laws which will create nothing but a division between the Most High Yah, division between him and these people and the people on this earth. They want every president is going to do something to push an agenda that's going to cause people to turn away from the law, statutes, the commandments of the Most High. That's the goal, the end goal, to create chaos and to create havoc on this earth, to plot us against each other, to morally decay us, and just to continue to do it to the point where the people will accept these things and these new radical ideas, these just demonic, evil ways of life and ideals. And then, you're just creating an antichrist society, preparing it for the antichrist to show up in the flesh. And then, of course, leading to Christ's return. And so these things must happen, and that's fine. Through the Department of Commerce's Minority Business Development Agency, President Trump is delivering numerous new opportunities for minority business enterprises. I'm not even going to stop there. What enterprises an African American Israelite have? We don't have any enterprises. But when I say this again, I'm not getting on Trump, because Trump is just playing his role. This is the same thing for anyone you vote for, Israelites. No one's gonna create any enterprises in the African American community. And the only people in the African American community that are gonna work in these enterprises are gonna be coons. Are gonna be just like puppets. They're not going to be for your interest. They're part of secret societies. They got their money. They got their little zoom zooms and wham whams, and that's it. That's good for them, but is it good for us? No. It's the coon that's in the head of the plantation house, and he's not gonna let none of his brothers get none of his chicken. Not gonna let him get none of his stuff, his good little pleasantries that the old master gave him. You understand what I'm saying? That's the way the world is. That's the way our people that are in power, that's how they treat the privileges that they have, by not helping us, promoting themselves, lying to us, manipulating us to keep the ruling power, or the old massa in power. That's all they do. That's what our people do. And these people will be rooted out one day soon. They will be rooted out of Israel. Trust me. Just like when Moses went up to the mountain and went to get the law, statutes, and commandments, the tablets, came down, seeing them worshiping some old calf, some golden calf. And what did he do? He asked the people, who are you going to stand for? The Most High Yah? Or are you going to stand for this idol worship foolishness, this false God, which is nothing but Satan? You had some people go over there, and you had some people go over here. Some people went with Moses. Some people went to serve the will of Satan. Who was destroyed? Those that served the will of Satan. They had their time while he was up there in the mountain getting the tablets, but then when time ran out, that's it. And that's just the way the world is now. That's just the way it is for the world now. So regardless of who's in office, you keep on putting your strength and all of your hope. You keep putting all of your everything in the basket for serving, for trying to make your situation in your world better, by serving the things of this world and the people of this world, and trusting in the people of this world to dictate, navigate and guide you to some utopia, some new place. You know what I'm saying? Where you're successful and you're prosperous. You're not getting it in this world. Judah J. Talks tells you that. I'll tell you that. You're not getting it. You're not getting it in this world. I like the fact that I turned away because I wasn't even looking at the screen. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at the words, and I was able to just talk and not look at you guys, so I wouldn't see my own face. That made me feel more free. You know what I'm saying? I like that. That was actually kind of cool, because I wasn't trying to be mean. I know I was just like doing all that stuff. But I mean, sometimes it's just good not to. That was weird. That's a weird situation I just did right there. I was talking. I was reading a website. I was reading information from a website, but I was actually knew that you guys were still. I think you guys were still seeing me like this. Maybe were you guys still seeing my face throughout for the last let's say 3 minutes? If you was, push 1. If you were still seeing my face when I was going on that little tirade, can you guys just push 1? Okay, so somebody said yes, I think. Okay, so this whole time I wasn't even looking at the screen. I was looking at another website, and I was able to, when I was reading the information, and I just felt more free to just be able to just go into it. You know what I'm saying? And it makes you feel like, that's the way a targeted individual needs to, I guess, should try to get themselves to that place you should get yourselves to. Everybody's looking at you, but you're just not paying attention. And then you're able, because now you're freed up and you're able to just be yourself. You're able to just live life, knowing that things are going on around you, knowing people are looking at you. Because I knew the whole time you guys were looking at me, but I wasn't able to see you. But of course, now you're out in the world and you're going through people looking at you, seeing you. But I'm not saying that it's something that is possible to do, not look at people. But the mindset has to be where even though they're looking at you, you have your eyes so much on the Most High power. You're looking at him. You're not looking at them. So it's sort of like you're not seeing them when you put your mind on the Most High Yah. You know what I'm saying? And so then that way you're able to just kind of relax and put your trust in him and have power through him, because you know that he's with you. You know that he's the one that's in control of everything. And so it just makes you sort of relax, you know? So anyways, I found that sort of interesting. Um, so anyways, if Trump gets reelected, nothing's going to change. I'm not going to vote. I would say tell every Israelite, don't vote at all. Let him get reelected. Let him get reelected, because there's not going to be anything that's going to change from any one of their leaders that gets put in office that's going to help you. Trust me. Don't be sitting at home. Okay, check this out. Don't sit at home on the getting close to this election day. I'm talking about the African Americans, Israelites, being worried about what's going to happen. Is he going to win again? If he wins again, everything is over. If he wins again, we're all done for. No, we put our trust in the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the name of his son Yahushua Hamashiach, regardless of who is in the office. We do not put our trust in man. We are not told to put our trust in man. We put our trust in the Father, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and his son. Whoever gets into this office, he's not going to do no, or she's not going to do no good for us that none of the other ones did. They're not going to do no better for us, because we are their natural enemy. We are the children of Yasharal, which they know are the children of Yasharal. They know that we are the children of the Most High Power. So their job is to keep us as beneath them. That's what their goal is, to keep us beneath them so that their kingdom continues. And as long as they have a kicking rod, or what is that? As long as they have somebody they can kick and push around and do evil to and lord over and prop themselves up as being the ruling class, as being better than, then that's all they want. So it's not about and if they have a people like us that don't stand up for our own interest, and that continue to care so much about the things in this world, how much money we get, what kind of car we drive, what kind of job we have, what kind of house we have, what kind of clothes we wear, what kind of woman and stuff that we have, man that we have in this world, all for the things of this world, what kind of vacation that we can go on, the things of this world. As long as you have African American, quote unquote, which are really Israelites, that trust in those things, desire that put those things above the Most High Yah, then then you've got these people thinking they're not slaves, and then you can continue on with your lie. You continue on with your deception. You can continue on to make them think that they have that you can continue to make Black people, Israelites, feel like they have something to invest in by living in this society. Once Israelites know that there's nothing that they can invest in this society, that there's no reason to have an investment in this society in any way, shape, or form, then they will seek another society, which is the society of Yahushua Hamashiach. They will seek something better. They will seek the kingdom in which they have been promised through their father. Ada Davis, how you doing? How you doing? That's exactly what we'll seek. We'll seek the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's kingdom, and not this kingdom. But it has to get bad first. And that's what our people are, the most stiff-necked people in the world. It's just amazing. You always have all of these. Don't you understand? Everything's about the Israelites. Seemingly everything's about the Israelites. And I'm not talking about we're better than nobody, because I don't have to explain that. But as far as like how the Israelite goes, how Judah goes, how the Negro goes, it's how the world goes. Everybody's looking at us to see what we're doing. Everybody's trying to figure out, what do these people, how they feel about this? How much are they spending on this? What are they, it's just, where are they living? How are they living? How are they able to overcome this when we do this? Don't you know that the wicked ones, they do nothing but plot against the Israelites all day long, every day? How are we going to hurt these people? How are we going to destroy these people? What if we did this to these people? How are they going to respond from this? Let's observe. Let's sit back. Let's watch. And then all of a sudden, no one else is going through this. Now, of course, there's other people that get experiments on, but we are if you know about the Tuskegee experiments, we are the people that get experimented on. And they do it without any qualm. They don't care at all. They tell you, We're doing experiments on these people. Now the targeted individuals is just just a bigger, this is just a, it's not a phenomenon at all, because Israelites, African Americans, have been targeted our whole existence here in this country, even through slavery. Remember the Underground Railroad? Everybody's running after the slaves. Everybody's chasing us. We've been targeted. Okay, so check this out. After slavery, now we migrate into these different populations, these different cities. Don't you think they would set up some sort of system as the white people to still keep tracks on these black people? Even like just like the quote unquote normal, just the normal everyday people in the country and in these little towns. Don't you think they came together at their little city halls and we see on these shows, these old westerns, when they have little city halls and they come and talk about their problems, and they talk about the issues going on. They vote for their leaders and stuff. Don't you think in those little old 1869, old 18 whatever, don't you think they would talk about us and how they would need to watch us and put together a system where they always knew what we were doing? Where they would never let us get above them, where they would always watch our finances, and because who gave us the finances? Who gives us these finances? Don't you think these people can calculate and know exactly what we got? And even back then is what I'm talking about. They know exactly what we got. They know where we got it from. They know everything, right? And if they try to save it, they allow us to put it in the bank. Oh, you're gonna put it in the bank. We know exactly what you got. We'll either take it from you, or we'll just see it and see how your pattern is of saving. We'll see how much you can collect. We'll see how you spend. We'll see. They had the internet back in the day, back in the 1800s. They could dictate your traits and all of your stuff back in the day, just by talking to one another. Just by communicating with one another. Communication is the most powerful form. It's just the most powerful form of social interaction. Communicating by the internet, that's one thing, but just talking to somebody. The most powerful form of communication is being able to have it to come together and to agree. That's the best form of communication, because when you communicate and you guys agree on anything, then you can get your idea, get your agenda pushed through. If no one agrees, agenda's not pushed through. And it doesn't matter what kind of communication you have, regardless if it's talking, regardless if it's by the mail, regardless if it's by the internet. If you have no agreements on a certain thing, there's no terms have been agreed upon, then basically it doesn't matter what kind of communication you have. So back then, even in the day, they had powerful forms of communication. And it all came to the fact that everybody agreed that these black people were trash, and these Israelites were beneath them, not worth nothing, not even three-fifths. They didn't believe that, not even that. They gave us a few points by saying 3/5. That's how they felt, right? So I mean, if you basically have all throughout time, we have been followed, tracked, and my people anyway. So target individuals, you're late to the party if you're from another race. But it's just now that they're just more evident, and they're just going to be more vocal with it. They're going to be more vocal with it. They're going to be more just forthright with it. They're going to just be out there. They're going to let you know this is what's happening. Hi, let me see, Jaden. What's going on, Jaden? Let me see. All right. And anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna take off now. I really came into this one not very, I was gonna talk about Trump, but he gets put back in office. It doesn't matter if he does or not. I'm not gonna vote for him. I could care less about any of these parties. I put my trust in the Most High Yah. He's my king. The Yahushua Mashiach's my king. Father's my power. It's like this. I could care less about who you vote for. I say don't vote for any of these guys because they mean nothing for your well-being. This goes for Israelites and Gentiles alike. You just don't vote at all. Just forget them. You know what I'm saying? It's a joke. It's beyond a joke. It's a lie. And I think you guys all know it. We don't have to go into anything that's complicated. Don't vote. It's a lie. It's a joke. Maybe once you do that, it'll crash their system, and they'll push the new world order quicker. That the Most High Yah will send His Son Yahushua back quicker. I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, we're all like so sick of this. But anyways, all y'all give all praise to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I'll have be more structured next time, I promise. But hope you guys have a good day. Yeah, Trey Yah, child of the Most High, never voted. I actually voted for Obama. I actually had to repent for that. Back in the day, you know, I voted for Obama. I was all caught up in that. That was before I was um, um, understanding things about, you know, the world and all this stuff. I didn't understand. I just thought he was a not good speaking black dude that, you know, seemed kind of cool and seemed like he was a nice person. I was a stupid individual back then. Talk about targeted individuals. I was just stupid individuals. You know, it was that's who I was, you know. So I had to repent for that, and I'm sorry. But anyways, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys liked that dude for a while too, until you start to see the stuff he was doing and the whole gay agenda and all this mess, you know, and all the other things he did. You know, it's just a joke. But anyways, I'd like to just, you know, thank you guys for coming to the chat line. If everybody could, if you can push the like button. If you haven't pushed the like button, push the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Once again, I noticed yesterday, which is a weird phenomenon, is since I'm a targeted individual, I noticed that my subscriber numbers always go down, regardless of what I do. It was 2,700 something. It's been like that for probably almost a year and a half now. See, like my subscriber numbers never go up. But you know what? I make these videos because I just, you know, I got to give all praise to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And if he allows anyone to see my videos, maybe he will, you know, I'll just be another one of these people on the internet that's giving praise and honor to his name. And that's what I want. Because I want my father, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and his son, Yahushua Mashiach, to be uplifted. I want you to know that there's power in his name. And he came, he died for us at Calvary. He washed us in his blood, and he rose. And he's coming back again. Yahushua is coming back again. He's coming for those that are obeying his commandments, that are trusting in him, that trust in him as being their savior and what he did at Calvary. And that he's coming back for those that love all people, not their ways. But when I say love all people, doing what you can, praying for people so that their eyes will be open to who Christ is, so they can have salvation. It doesn't matter if you're an Israelite or a Gentile, you pray for people so that they might know him, so that they can be saved, because our enemy is the fallen one. But here's the thing, I was about to get off. But anyways, guys, can you guys make sure you push that like button, push the like button, and for now on, guys, try to when you first come into the live chat, or if you watch one of my videos, push the like button right away. Push the bell and push all the good stuff notification so that it'll bring people to the channel. That way it'll bring people to the channel. And that's what we want. We want the message to get out there. There's so many voices out there that are speaking about evil and doing wickedness. And now you have your voices out here that are trying to uplift the word of the Most High, and they're trying to prop up the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and show people and in the small way in which I can to represent the Most High Yah and his son, Yahushua Mashiach. You need to let these voices be heard. So the way you can do that is by sharing these videos, is by clicking the thumbs up notification. You know what I'm saying? By supporting these videos. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're in the chat and you're getting something from this thing, you know, if there's something that I've said that's uplifted you, it hasn't been me. Most High Yah speaking through me has done something to uplift you. And any problems and any issues that has happened has been because of me. I'm the one that caused the issue, not him. Holy and wonderful is the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, forever and ever, in the name of his son, Yahushua HaMashiach. So share, subscribe, make sure you push the button, push that bell notification, because whenever I come on, you'll be able to know. And of course, I've subscribed to many of you, and we just need to help each other in that way. We need to help each other in that way. Because if this message can get out there, and I'm not just talking about my message, but messages of other YouTubers on here that are actually supporting the works of the Most High Yah and pushing forth his word. You understand that if you support the people that are trusting in the Most High Yah, then you are uplifting his kingdom. And you will be blessed in your life. Trust me. Support us. And as we support you. So Yah bless you. And Thank you for coming to the live chat. And I will see you guys soon. Y'all willing. Shalom.